What the hell was that? No, I'm serious. Oh, God, I wasn't even planning on seeing this movie, but my dad was like, hey, let's go see Fantastic Four for a matinee today, and I was like, okay. And we both walked out of that film going, man, we should have seen, like, a Mission Impossible or something. Yeah. So let's talk about Failtastic 4. Failtastic 4 is something. I don't even know where to begin. I really don't. I will be spoiling the shit out of this movie, I'll tell you that much, which I don't think anyone watching this review would care at this point, because I think we all collectively had an idea of how this was going to go. I think we all collectively knew how this ship was going to sink. Oh, man. Oh, God. So if you don't want to be spoiled, because I'm about to tear this movie a new asshole, so if you don't want to be spoiled regardless, I suggest hitting the back button now, but for those who want to stay behind, you've been warned. Anyway, so I'll give you a couple of seconds to bow out. Okay, if you're still here, I'm guessing you either paused the video, saw the movie, or, you know, you want to be spoiled regardless. This movie sucks. Just right out the gate. And I don't... Look, here's the thing. I think this movie was doomed from the start on multiple reasons. One of those being the director who, you know, it's kind of funny that he came out like a few days before the movie came out. I was like, oh, this movie sucks, you know, Fox, you know, put their hands in the cookie jar and da-da-da-da-da. And admittedly, I would believe that. I would honestly believe that because, you know, this is the first, you know, Fox and Sony and big corporate businesses have to put their hands on these properties because it's theirs. Here's the funny thing, though, what this guy said, because it's funny because I remember reading an article of an interview he had about a month before the movie came out, and he said that this movie was a vision, you know, his vision of the Fantastic Four come to life, and he said it was all on him. So it's funny that, you know, you playing like that, huh? So... Yeah, and also it doesn't help that the stories that he came in drunk, he verbally abused a lot of the actors. You know, I'm pretty sure Josh Trank's career as a director is pretty much dead after, you know, everything that came out from this and all the, news from this film and the film itself, I think. And also, I don't blame Disney for kicking him off of the Star Wars project he was working on. I don't blame him. So, yeah. And admittedly, you know, Fox I will play devil's advocate here and say that maybe Fox had a hand in destroying this, but I don't think it was all them. I don't think it was all them. I mean, yeah, has studios ruined movies before? Yeah, look at Sony. And Fox has done this before. Fox has admittedly done this before with some other films, but I think they've kind of gotten the message, especially with their superhero properties, X-Men, that they would be like, oh, let's just, you know, I think, because mostly Mark Millar is in charge of that, of the X-Men stuff. Yeah, for those who don't know, Mark Millar is kind of like their creative consultant for X-Men. Yeah, it's weird, I know. Anyway, so I think they just kind of let them do their own thing as long as they can put out good product. But here, I think this is just more like them keeping the rights, although... On the other hand, I think after hearing about the numbers that are coming out of this, I'm pretty sure Kevin Feige is like sitting at his computer like Dr. Doom, just sitting there like, soon. Fantastic Four, soon. Anyway, so after about 4 minutes, let's actually get into the movie, because all I've done is kind of, you know, talk about everything that's come up to this. Let's actually talk about the movie. Right out the gate, I don't think... here's the moment where I said this is going to be a bad film. And the moment I saw it was right out the gate when Reed is the child actor for Reed sucks. And I know there are good child actors out there, but there's also really bad child actors. This is one of them. And I don't want to blame it on him, I really don't. But, oh god, the material everyone's given here is not great. The writing's not great at all. But, here's the thing. When, basically, Reed and Ben work together on building a teleporter, more or less. and they manage to teleport something and put it and bring it back. They bring it back, but at a child science fair. Keep in mind they're like nearly 20 years old each, or like young teenagers. I don't know. They never really. It's basically a young generation, and they're at a child science fair. Just keep that in mind. And they teleport the object, and the guy's and Reed's teacher says, I don't, after they teleport something successfully and bring it back. Granted, it's not. It's. They said they teleported all the way to the Gobi Desert or the the not negative zone or whatever. I don't care. But yeah, the teacher goes, "Oh, I don't. You're disqualified because this is a magic trick." And I'm sitting here thinking, "Motherfucker, he built a working teleporter. How do you dismiss that?" And also, the teacher was he's like, "Oh, did you build your flying car?" And I'm like, "Are you trying to make Josh? Are you trying to make a stab at how education works in America? Because you're not doing it right." No. Whatever. Again, it boggles my mind. Also, what also made me feel uncomfortable is that the whole thing of clobbering time. You first hear it when Ben's brother, yeah, he has a brother here, comes in and starts beating him as a kid. So I'm like, great, you ruined it, clobbering time. You ruined it. And you hear it again from Ben when he's the Thing. And it's forced. So yeah, right out of the gate, I'm like, this is gonna be like, my dad and I looked at each other like, this is gonna be painful. Yeah, and admittedly, you could have made this work. You really could have, but this script is so bad. None of the actors have a type of synergy to them. I mean, they're all really good actors. Michael B. Jordan. I'm really excited for Creed. I'm really excited for Michael B. Jordan in Creed. I've seen really good stuff with Kate Mara and Miles Teller, as well as Jamie Bell. I've seen them all in really good things. Toby Kittle. He was in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes as Koba. He was awesome. And I was kind of like, you know what? After seeing his performance as Koba, I was kind of like, you know what? I actually want to see you as Doom. And Toby Kittle's a good actor. And to their credit, everyone tries their damnedest to make this work. But it doesn't. And I'll get to Doom in a minute. Now, here's the big shocker of when when they're going to go to the not negative zone, or as it's known in this universe, Planet Zero. Basically, what it is that how they all decide, because originally they're going to send astronauts, and here's how they decide they're going to go instead of the astronauts. They get drunk and steal the ship. I mean, steal the device to teleport them to the not negative zone. No, really, that's the point. They get drunk and like, hey, it's a good idea? Let's all get wasted and teleport there. Yeah. Now, Doom, on the other hand, again, Doom in here, man, I have not seen it. When the 2003 Fantastic Four movie can get a better representation of Doctor Doom than than a newer version, yeah. Also, for some reason, the actor, I can't remember the actor's name, but we've seen he played Samuel Stern, and he was supposed to be the leader in Incredible Hulk, and he's in here and he's playing the Mole Man, but not the Mole Man. He's just playing a government head. And it's just a pet peeve of mine. He's just chewing. Every scene, he's chewing on something. You don't know what it is, a gum or cud or whatever, and he's just chewing. That's just a personal pet peeve of mine. It's not like anything wrong with the film, but whenever I see like people chewing when they're talking to me or talking in a scene or whatever, and they're just going, yeah. Even when he's giving a speech about how to use the three of the Fantastic Four members, because Reed escapes and is trying to go all Bruce Banner to cure himself, while Sue, Ben, and Johnny are being used as weapons for the government. And he's making this big speech to the government, and he's just going, "Yep, they're weapons." And I'm like, dude, spit that shit out of your mouth and just talk normally. And to his credit, oh god, I cannot believe I'm forgetting the actor's name. But he's been in, like, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, Incredible Hulk. He's been in a lot of really great stuff, and I really like him as an actor. And I was like, ooh, they got him. Oh, I know I'm talking so much about this actor, and I'm totally... And the irony is not lost on me that I'm forgetting the said actor's name. But yeah. Yeah, the irony's not lost on me, people. But yeah. Also, all the big action scenes you see in the trailer, yeah, that's all like the last 14 minutes of the film where it's trying to be like Power Rangers. So, I don't know what to say, people. I really don't. This film's bad. It's just bad. No, bad doesn't even describe... Terrible. When a movie called... When Ant-Man is a better success than Fantastic Four, you know something's wrong. Anyway, I hate to sound like I'm bitching and moaning, but I think we all kind of knew this was going to happen. So I do apologize for just kind of giving this really angry review. I hate being like this, I really do. But this movie made me so angry because while I'm not the biggest Fantastic Four fan, I still enjoy them. I enjoy them as characters, especially Ben Grimm, you know, the Thing. And to their credit, you know, the Thing is like, how they do the Thing is alright, that they don't really go into his character at all. The voice I thought was pretty good for the Thing. I thought he was pretty good. The voice for the Thing and the character design itself, but again, where the fuck's his pants? And his penis. They're yeah. But yeah, I've seen all these actors in really great things. I'm actually really excited for Kate Mara to be in The Martian, and Michael B. Jordan in Creed, you know, Miles Teller, and all of these guys are great actors. I don't want to shit on these guys. They just have to work around a bad script and a director who was nothing less than a jerk. Anyway, so I'm going to stop here because, yeah, just don't go see this movie. If you really want to see it, Redbox it. Anyway. So once again, hope you all enjoyed this.